What did we discuss in the last class? Was it a wrong question? Acha, DOM. How to access DOM elements and how to get the access of the DOM elements and how to modify the HTML content and how to modify the style content. Excellent. So now we are going to discuss something called how do we actually generate HTML elements by using DOM. I repeat, what is the purpose of DOM? What DOM can do? DOM can actually access. That means select the elements and modify the content. Right? That is quite possible, isn't it? Okay, but now what we are trying to do today is we are going to generate the elements. What do you mean by generation of elements? This is the whole point. Why we are using JavaScript is this way. So today we are going to see that part that is called as DOM UI generation.html. So I have a HTML page, HTML head section, body section, script. So imagine I have a H1 here. In the H1, I am writing this is HTML H1 element. So basically this is a HTML element. Okay. So when I run this code, you are able to see the output as this is HTML element. Okay. The same way, imagine I can create an element by using DOM. So how do I create is for selection, what is the function we use for selecting elements, for modifying the elements? Okay, we use one object. Am I right? So for selecting elements, what is the method we use? We use an object called a document. In the document object, we use get element by ID, or we use document dot get elements by tag name, or we use get elements by class name, or we use document dot query selector all or query selector. These are the different methods we have seen in the last class. This is how, by using this, we are able to select the element. Once we have selected the element, we get the, if you select an element through document.getElement by ID, we directly get the reference of that element in the X. If you use document.getElements by tag name, it selects multiple elements and all those elements will be stored into the Y as who will tell me document.getElements by tag name will select all the elements and they return some type of data structure to Y. What is the type of data structure?
Array.
It's not an array. There is a small difference between that particular data type and array. What is that? Okay, it returns returns HTML collection. It returns HTML collection. Okay. So HTML collection is not exactly the array. It is just having few few things. That means it will not have all the methods what array has. It is not actually an array. It looks like array, but it is not completely an array, and we call it as collection. It is known as collection. Okay. Next, what the query selector will be returning? Query selector also select all the elements and it return
Node list.
excellent answer. Node list. So it is returning node list. Okay. So node list is what is the difference between node list and HTML collection? Node list is having methods like for each, entries, keys, kind of thing, isn't it? Okay, where normal elements do not have the all those methods, isn't it? Clear? Okay. So now the same way we have something called HTML. This document object will have something like method, like document dot create element. What is this going to do? It will take an argument as the element name. So first of all, it will create an element, H1 element, and it will put it in the X. Yes, you may be having a doubt that when we are already able to create HTML elements in the HTML directly, what is the purpose of it? I will tell you that. But before that, what I'm saying, this document dot create element will help us to create an element, and that element reference will be stored in the X. So if you see the output now, you can see in the console there is a H1 element. Okay. So now the second point is okay, I got an element, but in that element, I want to have some content because H1 without content doesn't make any sense. So what I will do is I will take that newly created element reference. So X is going to have the element reference. Hello, X is have element reference. Give me a minute, guys. Okay. So X dot, I use that element reference and X dot inner HTML is equal to welcome to, okay, let us say this is DOM element. We have to call it as DOM element. Of course, this is going to give you a HTML element, but it is going to show you as a DOM element. Okay, if you see console.log of dir, it is going to be called as DOM element. This is not the regular element. Okay, yeah. So once I have received that element, what I'm supposed to do? I have to put into the body. So how can I put it to the body? Very simple answer. That is document dot body. This document object will have another object called body. So this body actually have the reference of this entire body. Okay. So this body, into that body, I have to write append child of X so that this X, the newly created JavaScript element will be, I mean to say, the newly created DOM element, which is actually a H1 that will be appended to the body, and you can see the result. So here you can see this is what? DOM element. Have you got it? Hello. Anita, if you have a possibility to speak, Snehal, आप लोग, whoever have the possibility to speak, please speak. Yeah, Anita,
Yes, sir.
have you got this point?
Yes, sir. But
We create, చెప్పండి. Yeah, please. What is that?
sir, I'm understanding, but I'm unable to tell that.
I am unable to.
I'm unable to tell that exactly.
Oh, okay. Sorry, okay. Continuously, you have to read the same. You have to listen to the video. You have to speak. అందుకనే కదా అడుగుతుంది.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you try
Last
to.
class, I didn't listen, sir. I was having some interview. That's why
Okay.
I didn't listen to last class. That's why.
Okay, then. Okay. Please speak as much as possible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes.
okay. So document dot body dot append child will directly append to the body. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes what happens, we will have a division. Imagine inside this division, I will have, let me have an ID is equal to D1. So this division is also having some style. Just for the sake of understanding, I am creating this all. Okay. In this division is also having some style hash D1. What the hell is that? Okay. BORDER border 1px solid red, and padding is 10px. Okay, I have a border here. I have a division here with 10 pixels of padding. Okay. So now the question is, I don't want to insert the element directly into the body, because if you insert directly into the body, it will add that content at the end of the body. But I want to insert this newly created element inside the red color box. Inside this box, I want to insert. So how to insert that into the red color box? So for that, I'll do one thing. I'll create where y is equal to document dot create element of h2. I have created a h2 element, and that newly created element reference is now in the y. So y dot inner HTML is equal to, this is another DOM element. I have created a H1. If you console the y, it will show you exactly this is a new element. Okay, next. Once you have created it, I want to insert it into this division. So if you want to modify the contents of this division, first of all, we have to select that. Once we selected that division, after that selection, we will be inserting that value into inserting the newly created element into it. So first step is we have to select that element. So where dref, I'm just creating, I'm just taking the reference of this division. You need not to write it as dref. You can name anything, but I took it as like that. Document dot get element by ID of D1. This is how I can take the reference of an element, right? Once I got that reference of this division, what do? To that division, I'll append this newly created element as a child. So now I have appended the newly created element. I have appended the newly created element to the division. So if you see, this is another DOM element is now applied into that red color box. You got it? Right? Okay. So this is how we can create new elements and we can append those new elements into the DOM. This is how we have to do it. Okay. Next. So we have slowly we are able to understand how to create elements by using DOM also. That is document object. What we have understood how to create elements by using DOM element. And obviously, we know already how to create element in the HTML directly. That is anyways there for us. Okay. Yeah. You are yet to understand why we have to create. Okay. Slowly I am coming into that. Okay. Now, suppose I have a UL here and its ID is students list. The ID name is, otherwise you can take it as SL. Okay. SL. Now, the list is here, but you may not understand that. I'll do one thing. I'll have a style for it. Border, okay. 3px solid green, and then padding 30px, so that you can see a box, another box over here. Okay. So what generally UL will be having some list of items. So now what is our goal is we don't want to create those list of items directly in the HTML. We want to generate those list of items through JavaScript. That is our goal. So what do I do is where first of all I'll take some list, array of items like where students is equal to Anita, Snehal, Savita, Savitri. Okay, all the girl students are here. Okay, now, so I want to create the list items for each student. So how can I do that is, first of all, I have to iterate through this. So to iterate that, I generally use students dot, what I should do? I should go for loop or for each. Tell me, come on.
For each.
Excellent. What we should use for each? Why so? Yes, you generally you don't do any mistakes. Point number one. Slowly you will what do you say? You need not to worry about I less than or equal to, I not equal to kind of things. Happily you will be able to complete it. Okay, I'll be using students dot for each of a callback function, and I will take each student. Okay, if you are confused, take only one variable s. So here, if I run the code console.log of s, it will give you all the list item students in the console. I don't want it in the console. I want to put it in this UL. Generally, how do you put, what do we put it in the UL? List items. So
List
we have
item.
to create the list items. Excellent, Nana. I have to create the, come on.
List item.
Very good. List items. So how to create the list items? Yes, if you want to create the H1, we will be using create element of H1. If you want to create the H2, you will be using document dot create element of H2. The same way, if you want to create a list item, what will happen? What we should write? Document dot create element of list item li. So what does it do? It will create a list item console.log of, oh, I have created, and I will just temporarily, I will take it in the variable and I'll display. See this. So how many list items will be displayed in the console? Come on,
4.
4. Why? For the Anita, it will create one list item. For Snehal, this will create another list item. And Savita, it will create another list item. Savitri, it will create another list item. You see this. It created the list items. Okay. But that each list item doesn't have the names. So what do I do? R dot inner HTML is equal to S. What did I do? As soon as I created the list item, once I have created the list item, then I will store. Once I have created the list item, immediately that list item inner HTML, I will apply the S value. So first time S will have, for the first time this callback function executes, S will be having the first student. Yes, Anita. So Anita will be inserted into the list item. And now if you see what is there in the R, you can easily see the list items. They have created and they are just displayed in the console. They are not appended into the UL. So what I'll do, as soon as I create it, what do I do? I will put it in this UL. So for that, first of all, I have to get the reference of it. So first, where ULref is equal to document dot get element by ID of SL. So I get the reference of it, and after that, UL dot ref sorry, not UL dot ref, UL ref dot append child of
R.
R. Excellent. So now all the students are here. Savita, Snehal, Anita, Savitri, all are here. Okay. So now today I have only these 4 students. Tomorrow we are added with Mohammed. After that, Arun added. After that, who is that Upender added. After that, Vishnu added. After that, Ravi got added. After that, who else? Karimullah added. Then, कौन है और कौन है? Vidhi got added. Yes. So now I got a new data. I got new data. So I need not to change the code. Actually, I just updated my data. So the same for each function is able to produce other student list items also. Now, even if I have 200, 300 or 400 students per batch, I'm okay. I mean, I need not to worry about how to write all the code. I mean to say how many list items I had to generate. I need not to worry about it. Isn't it? My code will able to generate all the list items. Got it?
Yes.
That is what you need. Okay. Hope you got the point. Chalo. Next, we will go to the next point. So here, when you have an array of items, an array of students or strings, I am able to generate the list item. Okay. Sometimes what do we have? Can you imagine? Sometimes we will have array of objects. Suppose if I have array of objects here, products. So I want to display each product item as a list item or how can I do that? So first of all, in the DOM UI generation, I'll create another copy. UI generation 2. Okay. So I'll remove all these things so that you feel comfortable. I don't want all these things to be there. And here also, I don't want anything. I'll write the entire script once again. Don't worry about it. I'll reduce the style, okay, for your simple clarity. So here in the script, I have students. Okay. Uh, okay, products. These are all products. Okay, products. I have products array. Okay. So in the products array, you have objects. Okay. So now what I want to do is every product should be displayed, every product name should be displayed in this particular ID, in this particular UL. So how do I do that? Well, first of all, I'll take a for each, that is products dot for each of a function. In that, I will have each product, and for every product, I have to create a new list item is equal to document dot create element of li. So it creates list item for every product, and new list item reference, whatever the newly created list item is, now it is available in li. New li dot inner html is equal to, can I give p? If I give p, you will get some issue. Let me console the NLI. So what will be printed? Let us see this. Here I am getting li object, 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 object. So the complete object cannot be given like this. So we have to give p dot p name. So that the particular p name, that is product name, should be, it will be given to the new list item and it will create this. Hello, hello. Yes. So once you have created this way, you have to append it to the UL. So how can I do that? First, I have to get the reference document dot get element by ID of course, now it is SL only. SL UL. As soon as I created it, and immediately I have to append to that list with the newly created list item. Now, if you see Vivo X60, iPhone, so and so, so and so, so and so. But according to me, this is okay. But if I want to showcase other things means what? Price. Hmm. How can I put the price and all?
Line number 44 means live dot inner HTML is equal to p dot size.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you properly. What is this?
p dot p name instead of price रख सकते हैं ना अपन.
Instead of p name, I can put it the
Price.
price. Excellent. We'll do that also. So p dot p name के जगह पे p dot price or p dot Directly price. Okay. So now I got the prices. But mujhe na, I want the name as well as the price. Now you,
Hello.
yeah,
Can we
boliye.
write?
Hmm.
Yeah, sir. Can we write as like on line number 44 after that, uh, n nil dot inner html equal to p dot price, and on next line same as nil dot inner html p dot ram, like that. Can we write like this?
Okay, if you write it like that, what will happen? For example, NLI dot inner HTML is equal to P dot gram. Yes, what will happen? This value will be over written by the next value. No?
Okay. Okay.
So what I can do is NL. Okay, you can do that, but it is not a right approach. NLI dot inner HTML plus P dot run. So what will happen? Price is also here, that also here. Okay. And this is not the right way. Of course, we need another approach. We need an approach for these all things. But before that, what I want to do is leave all these confusions. I want to give you a new look and feel. That is, let me limit this entire thing only to the name, P name. I will display these all products in a table. What do you say? I will display these all products in a table. So when I display these all products in a table, I think you are able to display all the items. So let us see that. How shall I do? So here, instead of UL, I'll create a table, PABLE table. In the table, I'll have an ID for this. ID is equal to D1. Oh, this is product table, PT. So, nice. Tell me. I mean, okay, I'll tell you. Table is a collection of rows, and every row is a collection of cells. So, for every product, what do I do is I'll create a table first, and sorry, I'll create a row first. Inside that row, I'll create a cell for each particular item. So now you see this. Now little bit of drama will happen. So products dot again for each of function P. So this iterate every product, and when the first product comes into the P, we have to create a new row first, where new row, new tr is equal to document dot create element of tr. So first we created row, and then ntr dot ntr dot, okay. So wait a minute, I got a row. First I created a row. What do you do after creating the row? We create a cell
Cell.
into that row,
TD.
right? So for that I'll create where name td. For name we have to create td is equal to document dot create element of td. So this td, first td is going to be for name. So ntd dot inner html is equal to p dot p name. Okay, we have only one cell. So this cell should be inserted into the NTR first, that is newly created TR. So what do I do? NTR dot append child of NTD. So now it created a new row with one TD. So now I would like to console this NTR. So what do we get? We got four TRs. First TR with one TD, with Vivo X60, second row with another TD with Vivo iPhone 14 Pro Max, third row with another TD with SGS 21 Pro Max. So totally we've created every row we got only one TD, right? So what do I do? I'll create one more TD. See guys, where price TD is equal to document dot create element of another TD. So this TD I created for price. So NTD dot inner H. No, not NTD. What is that? PTD. PTD is the newly created element. That PTD dot inner HTML is equal to P dot price. So the price I am keeping it in the PTD. After this, I will again append this newly created table cell into the row. So every time, for every product, I create a row and I create multiple cells, and all these cells are inserted into the row. Isn't it? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. New tr dot ntr dot append child of ptd. So now if you see, now each row is having two cells. Okay. So as soon as first child get created, first table cell got created, we appended it to newly created row. Another child got created and that is also appended to new tier. Now tr is having the complete cells. I accept it. When p is equal to first object, that is Vivo X60 का object जो है, when p was with first object, it created a complete row with two cells, and then I have to insert it into the table. Okay, so let me have some VOR border is equal to 3. Okay, so as soon as I created the row, I will insert that row into this TD. Okay, so how can I do that? Instead of console printing, I will append that. So for that, first where table reference should be taken, document dot get element by ID of, sorry. What is that? PD it seems. PD, yeah, PT. And then I got the table reference, and what I should insert into the table reference, I'll append which child, because all the childs are already in the NTR, that is NTR, right? So I will use NTR. So can you see here? This entire data is coming in a table format. Right. So this is how, suppose if you want to have all the 4 details, RAM, processor, what I'm supposed to do? Again, I have to create, for RAM, I have to create another cell. So where RTD, RAM TD is equal to document dot create element of TD. Once I have created the new TD, then RTD dot inner HTML is equal to P dot RAM. And then once the table cell got created, I had to append it into the row. NTR dot append child of RTD. So now this also we got it. So this is how we actually generate the elements. This is how we generate the elements. Okay. So abhi tak whatever I have explained you had to practice it. You have to listen to my video for hundreds of times. Hundreds of times is too much, but at least 4 to 5 times you are able to see. You had, if you should able to see, and subsequently you had to practice slowly, step by one, step by step, step by step. First, I have created an element, I have inserted into a division. I have created an element, I have inserted into a UL. I have created multiple list items and I have inserted into the UL. And now I have created a table. Of course, I have inserted into the table. So I have given you a very right sequence. Okay, काम खत्म नहीं हुआ है अभी तक. Okay, रुको. So after table, but most of the time our data will not be displayed in the table. That will be displayed in a card rectangle box kind of things, right? So I would like to create that way. So product cards display cards. Okay, product u cards UI, product cards design. Generally you will see most of your products displayed in this fashion or in this fashion, right? So how can I display some content in this way? How can I display my content in this kind of way? To reach to that level, we have to create the same products in a better. Yeah, see this. So now my I will generate the list item. Inside a list item, I will keep first of all, I'll generate the list items. So here only the output will be like this. Okay, I'll modify this, but first of all, I don't want to put it like this. I'll create it, but inside the list item, I want to put the name in a H1. So first I will create where product H1 is equal to document dot create element of H1. See how I design this. Okay. And after that, I will insert the P name in the PH1. So I now have another H1 element, and this H1 I am going to insert it into NLI. Just like TD create करने के बाद, after creating the TD, I have inserted into the TR, and this TR inserted into the table. So the same way I will do this. I will do this here. So now what I should do? I had to insert NLI dot append child of PH1. So every product name got displayed in the H1. Of course, inside the list item, I have created the H1. That's my target. The second part is I want to put the price in. I want to put the price in H2. Imagine. So again, I have to create one more H2 where PH2 is equal to document dot create element of H2. And then this new H2 will be added. Okay, that H2 will have price, right? So PH2 dot price is equal to PH2 dot inner HTML is equal to P dot price, and then this price is also added into NLI. So NLI dot append child of PH2. So now every block is having not only the name, we also have the price also. After this, I want to create a new list item. I mean, sorry, new this RAM and processor. I want to put it in side by side. Okay. So here, how will I do this? Is see, I'll create another element where sorry, uh, PI1, PI, that is product RAM is equal to document dot create element of I. I will put it in the italic. So PR is having the italic element. PR dot inner HTML is equal to P dot RAM. And again, I'll use NLI dot append child of PR. So that came here. And after that, I want to put this. This is P processor. I would like to have the B and P processor dot inner HPP dot inner HTML is equal to processor. And so I have created that and I have updated here. So I got the list items. Actually, my work is done with the JavaScript. Now my work is with the CSS. See how do I do this? Okay. So every LI should be displayed with BORDER border 1px solid. And every border should have some padding as 10px. Every product list item should be have the margin of 10px. And every product should have the width of 300px. Okay, right now it is 300 pixels. And if you see, it will be displayed like a box, but I want side by side. So what do I do is, I will take up its parent and I'll make this display flex. I don't want to trouble you. If you want more about the flex, for now, you take it from the YouTube channel. Very soon, I will be conducting the flex class also. Just try to understand. Now I got it here. And one more thing is LI should have list style none. So now everything is displayed as a box. Can you see that? Hello? Hello, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Got it? But more styling can be created. Okay, so that is more important. For example, I do something like I want to display all the product names in the uppercase. So what do I do? While I am inserting the name into the inner HTML, I will convert it into two uppercase. So every product is now converted into uppercase. Okay. If I have images, let me have some images like Vivo X60. Okay. And after that, I don't have them. So let me have this another image, copy image address. So here, but you have to put it the same name, okay? You have to put properly. I have image also. I have images, but they are not getting displayed in the output. So how can I make this to be displayed in the output? See here, I will create image also. First, I will create image only. So for that, after creating the list item, I'll first create product image is equal to document dot create element of img. In that PIMG, not the inner HTML, it is SRC, source address is equal to PIMG dot SRC. If it is the content, I can use inner HTML. It is not the content, it is source address. So I will use P dot image. And I had to append it to the list item. NLI dot append child of P image. So the images are added, but they are very big. So what I should do? I have to reduce the P image. Okay. So first of all, here only I will do this. Inside the LI, if you have image, please make the width is 100, okay, 200 px. So now every image got into this place. This is how you have to structure this. Yes. And list item text align center will make it into center. हाँ చెప్పు పృథ్వీ. Okay, guys. So this is how it happens. Okay. So what I am expecting is try to create this kind of structure. Tomorrow we are going to discuss very beautiful thing that is called as events. Okay. Don't miss the class tomorrow. Do practice this. Okay. See you. See you tomorrow. Bye.